Yeah, yeah. What they saying? I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine.
Welcome to H.G.R.G. We're back for another one. What's going on, fellas? DT, just Jerry in the house. How we doing?
He was good. Happy doing. Happy Wednesday, y'all.
What's up, DT?
What's up, best friend?
Whoa, what's up, best friend?
Lance, man, what's up, man? It's been a couple weeks, and I'm dreading to ask this question, DT.
So I don't even know how you still communicate with this guy.
You still don't know about real estate? You don't know whether to jump in. You don't know if you ain't got the right mindset. You don't know if it's the right time. H.G.R.G got you. We just dropped the ebook. Go check it out. It's in the description below.
Yeah, forget it. DT, you still with us?
Hey, man, we here. We outside.
My man.
He's straight playing me on this platform, man. That's crazy. H.G.R.G TV, man. What we're going to do? You know, listen, guys, today we want to talk about something.
Yo,
you know me, I like to scroll through. Say again, DT?
On Wednesday. I do not like Lance on Wednesdays. Just so you...
So wait, that's Wednesday, that's Thursday.
I don't like him. I don't like
Sunday.
Sundays, he don't like me. I mean, damn. Every time you talk to me. You know, But we're gonna talk about today, guys. You know, I'm always scrolling and seeing the video, trying to stay up on the news. Is migration or migrants and housing? How that goes hand in hand.
Immigrants being funneled to the U.S.
That's right.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one, man.
And housing is the number one issue, right?
Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's they have a lot to say on this. And we're gonna talk about it.
How does it affect your market? For sure.
Absolutely. So, you know, we've all lived in the city except for DT. DT, you know, in New York State. So,
hey, man, I never apologize for where I'm at. I've been cow tipping for mad years. You know what I'm saying? My big dog.
I don't know what accent where that's from.
It's not New York, I'll tell you that.
I don't know what accent or what state that's from. That's definitely not New York State nowhere. Right? But you know, we were watching this video earlier. I definitely sent to the group chat, and it was about the hotels, right? So we also know, on the other hand, that DT is now dealing with it as far as, you know, residential properties and housing for migrants where he's at.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I kind of want to compare what's going on and, you know, what's being said on this side and what's being said on your side, DT. And once again, you know, these are the videos. I'll probably show the video here for you guys, but you know, we'll go allegedly to make sure, you know, we're protecting ourselves and you know, we're not sure what's for certain and what's not, but we're going to go off of what they're saying here. You know, we're just going to base it off what they're saying and trusting the words here in this video. But guys, just check out this video real quick about, you know, immigrants in the hotels in New York City, and we'll get right back to you.
Boston is running out of room to house migrants, and one Democrat city council member wants residents in the suburbs to start taking them in. She says people who actually have more financial support, we need to do everything in our power to make sure that we are setting them up for success, or whatever success looks like. I think everyone should be opening up their doors because this is a shared responsibility.
My concern with that, you are basically opening your doors to an unvetted stranger on the one hand, and secondarily, you are normalizing illegality. So even though you think you're doing something magnanimous, I think it's a bad thing for our country.
And people aren't happy about it. And this is what's going to happen. And people were holding signs. Why us? Why not Wellesley? And it seems like politicians now are starting to get that pushback from their residents, from their constituents, and they're panicking a little bit. They're doing doing things I never thought I'd see them do, like calling on these suburbs. And a lot of people who have signs on their front yard that say, you know, hate has no home here, no human is illegal. Well, now they're going to have to put their money where their mouth is, it seems.
Y'all don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers that was born and fucking raised here. Y'all raised the fucking rate so fucking high. Can't afford to live here, but y'all gonna bring some other motherfuckers here? That doesn't fucking add up. It doesn't make no fucking sense. None. None. I'm fucking homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and can't pay to live here. How the fuck are y'all gonna bring somebody else here? Don't make no fucking sense. None.
All right. So now we're back from the video. You guys, if you see what's going on there in that video, it's showing that immigrants coming here are staying in these hotels with the government or the city, right, guaranteeing that hotels get paid, right, each
Absolutely.
night.
Yeah, every person, every night. How long
Every
you stay
room.
there? Yes. So yeah, one per person, 175. This is New York City. I'm not too sure upstate yet, DT, but I know it's like 175 as well. I just want to make sure. I know New York City is 175
a night.
A night.
Okay.
I'm shocked that it's that much in New York City.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that it's not more in New York City.
The living in New York City should be.
I mean, but
you should be getting $250.
Look what he just said, though. I mean, the hotel was making $7 million plus a month.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
They're making a killing. Is
Absolutely.
guaranteed. Is what the gentleman was saying, right?
Yeah. So it's per person. Per person. That means if you have 4 people in your family, a wife, a husband, and 2 kids, per person is 175. Not per family, per person. Per person is a large amount of money.
Bro, that's so real. So real.
So yes, that's why the hotels are taking immigrants. It's a quick hustle in New York City. It's a quick hustle.
It's a quick fix for the city itself, trying to get these people off the streets. But the reality is not long term.
They got the whole hotels.
Yes.
Shut down.
Yes. Yes. And to add to that, if the hotel is, so they have small hotels, they have big hotels, and they have luxury hotels. So the smaller hotels don't really have breakfast and stuff like that. So they're giving them per family. This is different from per person. Per family, $1,000 a week.
Listen, I had to stay in a hotel in Jersey. I had to pay for breakfast. It was nice too. The hotel was nice. I had to pay for breakfast. I don't know about
So you should talk to your state because they're giving out free breakfast cards for your whole family. So that means you get free boarding, and you get $1,000 for food and all your amenities that you need.
Yeah,
meaning stuff to clean, take a shower, stuff like that. All your hygienes. That $1,000 per week for the family, that's $4,000 a month, and you're still living free.
Story time with DT.
And I'm not to be honest, I'm gonna tell you this right flat. I don't agree with it, but go ahead.
Story time with DT. So they have in our market, in our town, in our city, immigrants in bus loads that are coming.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not going to speak on like a wholesome, like I'm not speaking for everybody, but they come and they say, I want to work, whatever I got to do, I'll do whatever for $20, $30, $100. And they're genuinely, because let's be clear, my stance, DT stance on immigrants coming to our town, they want to win.
Yes.
That's my experience. They want to figure out a place to change their family dynamics and the Donald Trump experience. I don't know that. That they're all criminals, that they're all, you know, negative type. I don't know that experience. And that's not my view. That's my biggest pet peeve on that administration, is that all immigrants are like
Obama deported the most immigrants than any other president. I just want to be clear. We're talking facts. I'm just talking fact. That's a fact.
But in New York City, there's a lot of crimes happening, and it's revolving around immigrants.
Listen,
let's keep it a spade to spade.
My opinion on that opinionated, like, national view of Trump is that immigrants are, for the most part. I don't agree with that, and I'm not saying that there's not.
I'm not. I don't disagree. You're not gonna paint the whole picture. No.
So on the Obama front, right? Obama would never say that. He would never say that immigrants are ABC, so we have to do this. Obama did.
He would just deport them.
I was gonna say he's gonna hit you in the back end.
He just deported them. That's all he did.
But let's be clear. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he deport?
I know. His administration. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so was he in control of that?
Yes, it's his administration.
Yeah, absolutely.
If H.G.R.G started deporting motherfuckers,
you could paint it however you want it. There's only one format, and he's gonna get the full. Anything he does, wrong, good, or bad, he gets the full. Well, that administration,
I hear you.
They did it. He gonna get the full.
100%. I hear you. And I'm not an Obama apologist because I'm not a Democrat. Let's be clear. But
we're not gonna say that on live, bro.
No, I'll say that because I'm not a Democrat.
I'm not, you guys know this is going out.
And Republican. You know, I'm neither or. But I feel like Obama did what he could, and he did.
You're calling him a puppet, bro. We got it. We understood. You ain't gotta put it. We got you where you putting down. Yes.
And I'm not like
1,000%. I'm gonna stand with you when you say he's a puppet.
Was
he's the full man?
No,
that's right.
No, he was never not the best president ever. Never, not that.
He never was a puppet, man.
Yeah, push forward.
Yeah, most of them all, man. You know, it's the corporations running.
Except Trump.
The question I want to ask, except for
Trump is a thug, but my fault.
Trump outside.
Trump is outside. But go ahead, keep on going. Keep on pushing, man. We're not staying on politics, bro. My fault. Go ahead.
He's definitely off the porch, but regardless, that's not our lane, period. And everyone's free to think. Just so you guys know, listen, Democrats, Republicans, stuff like that. Just notice like how we have different views here, but we could all be as one. You know what I'm saying? It's learn from us. How about that? H.G.R.G.
Absolutely.
How about that one? With that being said, this is what's happening in New York City.
Yeah.
Right? Migrants are coming through. They're getting put in hotels, some luxury hotels. They're getting taken care of, right? What does it look like near DT? What does the housing situation look over there? What is it? What are they doing? What is the federal government doing for immigrants there as far as housing goes? Right? What does that look like?
Before you go to DT in New York City? Yes, they have hotels, they have shelters. They're trying to give any migrant a place to stay. That's one. They also gave us an opportunity because we have property in New York City, Queens to be exact, that they gave us an opportunity to house immigrants as well. Not only hotels, they gave us an opportunity. The issue there is there's a lot of red and yellow tape that they don't tell you.
Yellow tape.
What does that mean, Jerry?
Wow. Because there's an application. You have to go through an application to get these guys into your into your apartment or your house, because they were letting us do that at one point in time. If you do something 1% incorrect, it's over for you.
With the paperwork, you're saying.
In the paperwork stance I'm talking about. If you have one mistake or one out of gray area, it's over for you. They're not even repeating your application. You cannot reapply. It's over for you.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of red tape.
Period that you can wait and then reapply.
Because they don't know how long they're doing this, so they can't give you a after 6 months come back.
That's okay.
They don't know how long they're doing it.
Yo, New York City.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that you have an opportunity. If you're in New York City, you can house these guys as well. But if you have one mistake, it's over. And the hotels, they could probably do 5, 8, 10 mistakes, but they have so many rooms available.
Yeah, they
bypass it.
They bypass it. Don't worry about. There's no application for you. Don't worry about.
You're good. That's what I'm trying to say.
We need this. We coming.
Let me break this down how this works, bro. It don't matter what you got going on. If you have volume and access to volume,
yes, absolutely.
It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is who you know.
I agree.
That's how this works.
I agree.
Clear. 1000%. You have a 700 room apartment. No, I'm sorry, not apartment. Hotel. The city would negate 45 things that you got going on wrong
in your building. In your building.
Right now in your today, and it's obvious because you can satisfy their need, right? And you can't go
absolutely
else to satisfy that need.
That's a fact.
This is the truth. Now, that's in New York City. If you come to a small market like where we are, they hold you to the highest to high until they run out of options. And then they're like, who else is out there? Anybody. I don't care what's going on. You
got a shed? Put them in the shed. We'll pay.
Bro, 100%.
So what's the temperature like right now? So obviously you must deal with some of this because of the lane you're in, right? With property management and whatnot. What is it looking like for your clients that are willing to entertain migrants that are in New York State? Is the process easy? Is the process guaranteed? Is it, because it's federal? Is the funding there for a year, 2 years, 3 years? What does it look like?
It's a great question. So right now it's like we have immigrants coming from all over the world. We will help them. We will support them. We will provide interpreters. We will do whatever we can do to help their situation. But there's no guarantee.
That's the issue I'm having, bro.
No guarantee on whose side? No guarantee on the federal side?
No. Tenant side, period. So
explain to me. I'm sorry, break it down. I might have missed it. My fault for being a dun.
So when you say federal, you're referring to tenant.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the tenant, because they're backed by.
What I'm saying is that the agency will contact you and say, hey, we have XYZ looking for apartment or apartments of this stature. We will help them. We will fund them while we have funds, but there's no guarantee for any time frame.
Okay, so this can be 1 month from now, or it's 3 years from now.
That's the conversation. So my two questions would be: first question would be, if they do not have funding, I have to go through eviction process to these guys,
Yep.
or is it 1, 2, 3 and they gone?
No.
Because we have a contract with the Fed.
There's no such thing as 1, 2, 3 gone ever in life.
So I got to go through the whole process of eviction.
Yes, sir.
After there were no guaranteed.
Yes, sir.
Second thing is, yes, I'm housing these guys in New York City. There's incentive for the tenants. In New York State, there's sense meaning they give them $1,000 a week. Is that happening over there too?
$1,000 a week
for a family? Yes.
No way.
You can do it $1,000 a week here.
No, that's what I'm saying. So in New York City,
You show 1,000. That's a ladies and gentlemen. That's allegedly. Ain't no $1,000 a week.
what? There's $1,000 given to the family, $1,000 a week. So now if you have
It's not
four
a month?
people, no. If you have, so you got to remember, if you had, it's 250 per person. I gave you a example of 4 people in one.
Right, but it's per week.
Per week, $1,000 per week, $250 to eat.
The math ain't mathing.
Tell me what's not math.
If they got free housing,
Yes,
basically what this is, right?
1,000%
You're telling me now they get $4,000 a month.
a month.
They
Yes.
are richer than 90% of America, if that's the case.
Appreciate that.
That don't.
That's why.
Listen, somebody in the comments, maybe I'm wrong here. but
That's why
there's
New
no
York
way-
City
There's
has
no way in hell. Jerry.
protesters against it. What do you
Jerry,
think this is?
it don't
You
make
can
sense.
argue it. You can argue with
I
me.
am.
You can Google it. They just passed the bill 53 million. I'm sorry, 53 billion to start giving these people. I know because it's happening, and
No, it was 53 million.
53 million to start with. The whole bill is 1.4 billion dollars. I'll wait. And they give them 200 per person, 250 per person weekly.
That's how real this podcast is right now. I'm Googling.
You can Google what you want.
Like,
With four people,
Crazy.
it's $1,000 per week.
And that's crazy. And then here, so we have families here, right? So in our market, upstate New York.
And I could phone a friend if you want me to. Sorry.
No.
I'm talking to Lance because I got a guy who's really into this.
I have a little bit of insight here, not there, here. So they're shipping immigrants to Rochester in busloads. No program is willing to guarantee nothing.
That's crazy to me, bro.
And there's no like 6 months.
sorry, guys.
So when they and let me tell you this story. So
But
friend,
can you answer the question real quick before you answer that? Well, what does it look like federally? So you're saying there's no start. There's a start, of course, right? But there's no ending in sight. So this could be a month. This could be 3 years. This could be 5 years from now.
here,
There's no guarantee at all. I just want to be clear. I know you answered the question, but I want to make sure.
no guarantee.
So it's not like Section 8. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing, DSS, nothing like that.
Nope. Let me
It's just we're winging it.
give you the best story.
Yeah. They are winging it though.
A friend of a friend of a friend recommended these people. They came from, I believe it was Costa Rica, if I'm not mistaken. Came to Rochester. They met somebody. Cool. This person is a painter. I'm just gonna say. They don't have nothing. They've been here for a week. They're looking for work.
A week.
A week.
Crazy. That's crazy. Go ahead.
And her wife, husband, both. Cool. They get hired some way, somehow. They get hired.
How do you? Forget it. I forget it. That's another question.
Go ahead. Ask the question.
How do you hire somebody that has no papers? Are we doing under the books?
You got to pay them cash.
Okay, just want to make sure we're on the same page. and we know they're here. The feds know they're here. Everybody knows they're here. We're still paying cash. Go ahead.
So let me explain. All right, cool. You know, you do XYZ, how much? This what it is. All right, cool. Can I pay you on the books? Can I hire you? No. Why not? They tell me this. I don't know if this is factual or not. This is what they told me though. If you hire me, I lose where I'm staying.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is what they said. Me, my wife, and my kid, one kid, are staying in a place where the government pays $175 a day for me to stay.
This is what I'm talking about.
It's a hotel in Rochester. So I do the math, right? $175 a day for 30 days is ungodly. It's ungodly for landlords, you know, for rental. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll tell you this. I was betting on it.
Yeah, that makes my brain like leave Earth, right? So I was like, listen, I have an apartment for you right now. Right now. You could stay in the best of spaces for you, your wife, and your kid. You will have.
So is it 175 for the family or 175 per person?
Don't know. It's 175 a day, according to him, for them. So I'm assuming it's for the whole family.
Okay.
Assuming, I don't know that though. I don't have any facts to prove that. So I told him, listen, I got an apartment for you for way less than that. And it's way better than where you're staying. They staying in the Trap Hotel right now.
That's a fact.
Trap Hotel.
And the owner is loving it.
They live in life. So I said, yo, if you want to paint, I will hire you to paint, and I will put you in this apartment, and you could pay for the apartment off your work, and I'll also pay you. You know what I'm saying? No. I don't want to live in your apartment. I want to stay where I'm. No, not only did they say I want to stay there, he said I have to stay there for a certain amount of time, because if I don't stay there for that time, the government won't approve me for my work visa. So what I'm saying is that the immigrants that are coming, in my opinion, that want to work and bust their ass and do whatever they do, the government is holding them for time frames and restricting them from becoming law-abiding citizens because of the benefits they give them. So it's the gift and the curse.
It's no different.
It's welfare.
Thank you. No different than that. You have a single mother that's below the poverty line, that has 2 kids, right?
What would you prefer?
Hold on, let me get to it real quick. Right, that's below the poverty line. And it's all good. And she's scared to take a raise at work or do better for herself because she may get an $8,000 raise, but it costs her $13,000 to take that raise because they take away benefits from her. You see what I'm saying? So a person goes, I'd rather not. Why would I do that when it's going to cost me more for a raise and they're going to take away benefits from me? Why would I do that? You know, and that's the government's fault, keeping people handcuffed like that, right? So that way people can't grow to be better, because if you do, as soon as you do, you take away the little help that you do give, right? And then they feel like they can't make it no more. So they deny that raise or that job that's a little bit more money.
But how does the government restrict though? Explain that.
Because they take away the benefits from you. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, got you. All right, cool. Got you.
So unfortunately, instead of going, hey, listen,
Yeah, but is
we
that
can't-
a fault though? Is that a fault?
it's it's
like- that's
effed up.
That's like saying, yo,
The government just doesn't do it right. They effed up the way they do it to help people progress. You see what I'm saying?
agree. I
So,
agree.
because what they could do is give 1,500, right? Every pay raise you get, or a certain amount that you get, instead of taking away the whole thing, goes okay, it goes from 15 to 11.
But that's what they do have.
No,
They
what
have that
you
in place.
Lance,
You make a moment. Go ahead.
that's called Section 8.
Now they do that.
No,
They
no,
do
because
that.
there's a certain point where you're not qualified anymore.
Yeah, it's because how much money you make. So
But
now let's
but
say
still, it's not sufficient enough for them to survive.
That's your
You see,
opinion.
like their quality of life goes down.
That's
You
your
see
opinion.
what I'm saying?
so yeah, no, so DT, yes and no. It's not his opinion because I'm going to use New York City. I'm not using everywhere else. In New York City, it's based on numbers across the world. So a $34,000 job in Texas, you could live off of it.
Yeah, it's the same in New York.
It's not the same in New York, but they're going off of 34,000 regardless because that's the number across.
Because it's federal.
Correct. So yes, in New York, yes, in his opinion, because all you got to do is take that welfare and go to Texas, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, but it's not the same though, Jerry and Lance. I disagree. Your benefits in New York are going to be higher than anywhere else in the world. Anywhere else.
Meaning benefiting what?
The amount that you're going to get based
Like
off
your food stamp benefits and shit. You're saying, right?
You got to remember, because New York City, I'm getting more money. My rent is more. It's the same conversation.
I personally know people that retired, they get benefits, that live in a different place based off of what they get in New York, and they live well.
That's because they retired already, because they've been making that amount of money for so many years.
This is what I'm trying to say.
That's different.
If they lived,
I'm talking about government, federal benefits. Is what I'm talking about. Government benefits, not you working at. Go ahead.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
You said retired, and then went to a different state.
When you get retirement, where do you get that money from?
Yeah, but you. Go ahead.
You worked for it though.
Right. So you get that from whatever company you're from, or if you work for the state, you get it from the state. If you worked for the state,
yeah. So he's talking poverty. He's talking different a little bit.
So when you live in New York, your wages are higher. Right. So if you worked in New York City for 20, 30
35 years. Yep.
Right. And then you moved
to Florida.
No, not really Florida, but somewhere else. Maybe
Texas.
It doesn't matter, right? When you receive,
well, it matters because you want it to be lower. You want it to be lower than New York, so it matters.
Taxes matter.
Yeah. I get the gist. Go ahead.
So that's why New Yorkers move to different places in retirement. So
my question is, what does that mean to what I just said?
Welfare and you working for 35 years and getting your benefits after moving somewhere else is totally different.
Not really.
I know it's 100% different.
It's not really. So I know people, because we from the hood, right? Well, we all got family. I got family from the hood.
It's not a question, motherfucker. I was on welfare in Section 8.
My family from the hood, right?
Section 8 baby.
Let me just tell you what my family from the hood do, right? Maybe nobody ever said this before, right? Live in the hood, Medicaid, all that good shit, right? Okay, cool.
Love you, Mom.
They have illnesses, whatever. They get SSI, they get welfare, DSS, whatever. Okay, cool. My apartment is 38B, right? And I get $4,500 a month, for my that's my allowance. You know what $4,500 a month does in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck does that. I don't know who gets that.
I know many people who do it.
So
that's
a month. But what you're not explaining is just because you got to remember, if I live in New York,
yeah,
my rent is $2,800.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
There's nowhere let me retract. There's a lot of places that rents are not $2,800.
100%.
So if you live in New
Apple to
York,
apple in the same apartment. Yeah.
exactly. So, but that's what I'm trying to explain. So if I move my Section 8 and my welfare, legit, not the way you're talking about, DT,
Hold up.
legit.
You can't move your Section 8.
You can
And
move.
You can apply for a different state.
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can move it. But what I'm saying in this analogy, you're not trying to move it.
This is what I'm saying. Legit. I'm not saying not the way I already got what you're putting down.
Cool.
I already know what you're putting down. But what I'm saying is I move legit to another state. My allowance drops dramatically.
Yeah, because now you're legit though.
Correct. So now if you live in New York and don't really live in New York City and you're living somewhere else, you're living lavish. Absolutely, sir.
I'm trying to tell you, I know it.
But I'm trying to tell you that's not what I'm trying to tell you. I'm saying you live in New York and my rent is $2,800. I physically live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So if I make $60,000 with welfare, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's way more.
No, you changed it all.
That's what I was saying before.
The reason why I brought that up was not because you physically live there.
Yeah, that's the.
When did we start doing all this stuff? All I was saying is, let's bring this back, guys. Come on, let's bring it back. Usa. Let's bring it back. All I was saying is that with government benefits, right? The problem with the benefits is that you have a single mom with 2 kids that's at the poverty line, right? And she gets benefits. Once she's above that poverty line, she loses those benefits. Okay?
Not 100% is what I'm saying.
On the same page.
She starts to lose. Now let's go ahead. Let's say she made $8,000 more.
No, but in Lance's analogy, let's just say she loses.
I believe you do. I believe you do lose them. You see what I'm saying?
Not 100%.
Even people on disability, they work part-time or something like that, can't make too much money because they'll lose their benefits.
Yes, it's a certain type of benefits. So when you say $8,000, it might put her a threshold of she's getting 50% of it.
I don't know, because I'll tell you one time when real quick, back in the day, I know my wife applied for Medicaid.
Yeah.
Medicaid, and we made over that. You see what I'm saying?
Correct. Yes. There's a threshold.
If she dropped her job or worked just part-time, right? Or stopped working completely, all of a sudden we would get those benefits.
You're qualified. Yeah.
You qualify for it. So there's a threshold where you don't qualify at all.
Yes.
And then you do qualify.
But they also steps of it. Go ahead.
Oh, I hate you right now because you don't.
Because what?
Because you don't know how the Medicaid and the levels I'm mad that you don't know that and that I do. Because of
I do know.
Well, I do.
You don't. Because if you
do,
numbers will be fluent and you don't know it. And it's okay.
I don't know the numbers exactly, but what I'm just saying though is that there's
that's because you ain't never been on that shit
No. What?
Since you was in 3rd grade. Nigga, the fuck out of here, bro.
Who would know the numbers?
Didn't even get braces. You see my crooked tooth? I can't even get braces, cuz. What are you talking about?
You was on welfare for 3rd grade, and after that, it was over. We got it.
What's going on, world? It's the one and only Lance, 1/3 of H.G.R.G. You ain't got your membership yet? Go get you that. We hold your hand from A to Z. Our team is your team. I'm talking realtors. I'm talking financing. I'm talking property management. I'm talking about walkthroughs for your property, giving you the breakdowns, what the rents look like, how much it's going to cost, fixes, everything. We give you everything. Why don't you have yours? Go check us out right now at HGRG.club and get your membership now.
We got it.
I wish. I appreciate it, guys.
But to be honest, there's thresholds. But yes, right. Because what you're saying is when you pass that threshold, regardless, even if it's 8,001, it's over for you. They remove it.
So
Correct.
But if you make 4,000 more, now they cut the number down. That's what I was saying.
Right.
That's all I was saying.
So when you're there, and I agree with that. Okay, so I got you. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in that sweet spot, right?
You didn't know that makes me more mad because
No. I know that. I'm just on the same page with him. I know that.
like Jerry and I
You're not
struggle.
gonna villain me. Hey, you're not gonna villain me on my podcast.
Thank you for that.
You're not gonna villain me on my podcast. 23-hour lockdown on you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you're not gonna villain me. Right? What I'm telling you is that threshold, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, maybe it's not 8,000, but she's making 4,000, right? Now that next jump, she don't ever want to take.
She is not taking it. How about
She
that?
never wanted, so she can never. So that's how it stops your progression in life, because she knows if she drops that, she cannot afford to lose her benefits. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just going to be more of a struggle. And now, it's a fight, day to day. In your day to day, and that's how the government messes up. I think maybe the threshold should be bigger.
I don't blame that on the government, though. I don't blame that on the government.
I do. It handicaps you to a point where it puts you into a like. Do I want to progress?
Do it right. If you do it right,
so what's doing it right? As a single mother, 2 kids, just getting raises at your 9 to 5.
And the raises is 50 cents.
All the details catapult you to a place where you could never get on your own. Listen.
This is my point. This is my point.
But who are you blaming, DT? Who are you blaming?
That's a good question.
Because he's blaming the government. Who are you blaming?
I don't blame the government. I blame that on our mentality is, like what we know, our education level. That's what I blame it on. And I'm not saying that the government is, they don't have a part of it. I'm not saying that. And I'm not a big government person, but it's literally
Neither am I.
Our know-how, our it's us. It's us. It's us, bro.
I would agree with you and say it's us, because there's people doing it. I would like to say a whole community that they don't get married under the law. They get married and only in religion, so they could get benefits from their wife, quote unquote, single mom, and they live in a house. They live in a house.
Don't say you're gonna get us canceled.
Yeah, I'm not canceling nobody.
Yeah,
they live in a house that the husband owns, the single father.
Right.
And they get,
so you get all the benefits on this side, and you work together.
I don't know if you getting what I'm putting down, DT. But there's a whole community doing that.
DT might not know he's upstate. I'm not sure he understands.
He knows. But I'll tell him later. But
but the reality is, I get that part. So here's the thing. I know, and this still this is still connected to real estate, guys. Believe it, because we're talking about houses and thresholds and rents and whatnot and what it looks like. So bear with us here. I would say this though, not to get all political and not to get all mushy gushy, whatever. 2-parent households, man, works the best. I know that. You see what I'm saying? So the more people stick together.
But yeah,
say it again, DT.
So that's a whole different conversation.
It's a whole different conversation. But I tell you right now, your kids, the percentage of your kid being more successful, very high. You being more successful and you living a better life, are very high when you two stick together. And that's that, because that's the base. I think the family base is very important. 100%. You see what I'm saying? One could work hard and then the other one's working, and you can invest that money if you want to be investors. You see what I'm saying? Dad's making 60, mom's making 50, or vice versa. Doesn't matter. Don't cancel me. You know what I'm saying? And then you invest $30,000 a year of that money. 70 to the household, $30,000 to investing, and you gain little by little that way. Two is always better than one in that situation. Well, we can get off that, you know what I'm saying, and get back to real estate, but that'll also help you invest. And that brings it back to real estate. Good, DT, what you gonna say?
That's a good point. You did that. Hey, Lance, you did that, bro. You did that. You did that.
Thank you guys. I appreciate that.
So let's go back to what we're talking about at hand. DT out there, is it getting crazy? Is it not getting crazy? Is it getting too much for you? You see it
Have
everywhere.
you put a migrant in a house yet? How about that one? Have you done that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so is this month to month? Is there paperwork behind this? What protects the landlord?
That's the problem. So on the migrant side of things, right? So, I had a meeting the other day, and to say less, it was like, you guys don't do XYZ. We don't see color. I see human beings, right? Doesn't matter what part of the world you come from. I see a spirit. I don't see a specific dialect or a specific hue in who you are. I don't see a religion. I see a human. And we are placing people, humans, men, women, children from all over the world in different apartments. Once their credentials come back, right, without guarantees, because they are not offering guarantees. There's no 6 month, 1 year.
So they're offering right nows.
They're offering, we will help them.
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean nothing, because that's how New York State operates. New York State operates in a place where just trust us. Believe.
So they'll give guarantees to hotels, but they won't give it to the small guy, the small landlord. Is that what you're saying?
Amounts, yes.
Let me
Listen,
read something right here. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
government, New York State government, democratic government bureaucracies, if you will, operate on how can you help me first. Then they say, how can I help you? But when I help you, how does it help me?
Right.
Oh, that's
So
how
it's all about me. Right.
No. In New York State, that's how it works. So if you don't
Right.
gather one of those two things, get out of New York. That's how it works, bro. That's how it works. So that's what we're dealing with.
So hear this out. This was published January 24th. Okay. This is by Patrick Adcroft and Spectrum News staff in New York City. New York City signs a $77 million contract with hotels to house migrant families. The city has finalized nearly $77 million emergency contract to shelter migrant families at 15 hotels in Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx, officials said Wednesday.
Yep.
The hotels will reserve rooms from asylum-seeking families for up to 28 days under the contract with the Hotel Association of New York City. A spokesperson from the city's Department of Housing Preservation and Development confirmed. Rooms will be available through the month of July. The hotels are meant as a backup plan if the space runs out of city shelters. Okay? So the reality is here is that now...
What month?
When was that published?
This is
July.
published January 24th. So last month, not even a month ago. And all these will be this is basically a backup plan. The rooms will be available through the month of July. So the hotels are meant as a backup plan if space runs out of city shelters. So they're already putting in contracts for backup plans.
Bro, I don't know what we're talking about. We have schools with migrants. They closed down schools because of migrants.
Scrap.
What are we talking about?
Listen, this migrant conversation is, we could do it. It's cute. There's a lot of fly clickbaity shit, but at the end of the day, bro, it's about the dollar.
1,000%.
I
listen. I'm not agreeing with it,
and
I'll tell you right now. You give me a guaranteed something, they're in my apartments now.
Let me ask you this, and maybe you guys don't want to say it. I will, but are you against it? Or are you for it?
So as what New York City is coming to fruition right now because of the migrants, I am against it. The things that they're doing in New York City, I'm not saying everywhere. New York City, it's really, it's becoming.
It's fucking shit up.
It's becoming a jungle.
You gotta take care of your backyard first, man.
Right. But for me being an owner,
immigrants.
But me being an owner,
because
if you could guarantee something to me, I'm all in.
Hold on one second, Jerry.
Because kept it 100 though.
I'll be all in. I'll tell you right now. I don't like it, but
I love you for that.
Bring that in.
But understand how the politicians play us against each other. Because they ask you, are you for it or are you against it? Right? They don't give you
gray area.
Yeah, they don't give you the opportunity to say, I'm for it, but I'm not for it if it's gonna fuck up XYZ. They only allow you to say, are you for it or are you against it? And you gotta pick one.
Yes. And I agree. And I agree with that.
I hate that.
I agree with that. But then you have to ask that question to me as Jerry and then Jerry the landlord. If you ask me the two different things, it's not apples to apples to me. Right. You ask me as a landlord, and if you are guaranteeing me a check every month, they can stay there whenever they want to stay there.
Right? I'm sure the hotel owners feel the same exact way. Listen,
exactly.
I've built up this beautiful hotel.
Correct. And I'm not making money because nobody's coming to New York no more.
Has this beautiful rapport, right? That I've built with the city of New York. People love coming here, right? But yet it's not available to the public. And I did that because I struck a deal with the federal government, right? So I'm gonna do it because I'm getting guaranteed $7 million plus a month.
No guarantees though.
For the hotels it is.
No, there's not.
I just read you a guarantee.
Hold on. It's guaranteed money right now because they have the funding.
No one ever at all when it comes to that. It can change tomorrow.
That's what I was going to tell you. So right now it's guaranteed because I have the funding. If I lose the funding, it's over for us.
By day agreement. There's no guarantee.
All right, so cool. So until it changes,
hold up. That's
they
what
go with it.
But correct, yeah, because it makes no sense.
The hotel, you can
so money hungry because though everybody involved is willing to say, "Fuck my values, my morals, my cores." I'm gonna alleviate that. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna take this risk because they saying it's good money.
It's good if you do the math. It's good money.
But there's no guarantee.
But the math ain't math at the end of the day.
Ride this till the wheels fall off. But
the
government has not guaranteed nothing to no one.
It looks, from what I'm reading, it looks like there's guarantees in place.
There's no guarantees. None. There's none.
They're getting paid today, Lance. You got to remember, it's guaranteed today.
What I'm saying and what I'm reading is that it's got 28 days. This one was 28 days.
Lance, as you as an owner, whatever you're gonna read, I don't even know what you're gonna read.
It's an emergency contract.
You as a
contract.
Yes, it's a contract
for your property. Would you be comfortable with whatever you're gonna read?
Yeah, it's a contract.
What does the contract say?
For 28 days?
So
what happens after 28?
I don't even like talking to him because he hears half the story.
No, I'm cool with
you're saying it's not contracted. I'm telling you it is contracted. It's guaranteed. You're saying it's not.
No, I didn't say it's not contracted. I said, are you with whatever is in the contract as an owner? That's
my question is.
Yes, Jerry.
28 days, right? 28 days. After the 28 days, they don't have. Sorry.
After 28 days, to answer your question, after 28 days, families who are still seeking shelter will be directed to the city's humanitarian emergency response and relief centers to receive another placement. HPD spokesperson said the contract will give the city the time and space to negotiate future rates as officials continue to respond to the migrant crisis.
So we're locked in for 28 days. That's it.
Are there any guarantees? Is what I asked you.
I mean, it's a contract. Is a contract not?
Owner, would you be comfortable with what you just read? That's what I asked you also.
Yeah,
I would.
listed that already.
My guy.
So you're telling me you're okay with a contract for 28 days?
It's
just remember, me, Jerry, speaking to you.
Right.
After the 28 days, they don't leave. What happens?
This is different because this is a hotel. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about me. I'm not talking. He said the owner. You as an owner, Lance as an owner, not the fucking hotel because you ain't got a hotel yet.
So got you. So we're talking residential.
Lance the owner, my nigga.
No. All right. I just want to make sure DT's frustrated. I'm talking about. See, here's the thing. Here's how we mingle things. I'm reading a contract, right? That's based on a hotel. He's asking that contract is based on a hotel. Am I okay residential?
But yes, residential. Yes.
So for 28 days, no. But if you change the 28 days and it said 1 year
before you read the contract,
but you can't go 1 year.
It wouldn't make any sense. But so here's where we mess up. It would make no sense for any landlord to for 1 month, 28 days. It makes that would make no sense.
Hold on. Remember what you just said. 28 days, they get relocated.
Give me 1 second. I said
right.
You read the contract. I said you as an owner
you did
with that.
Yes, you did.
You said
as an owner of residential property, not of the owner of the hotel. You're saying, right?
Yes.
True. Nothing.
I know that. So DT. That's the problem because you didn't say residential or hotel. I'm reading a hotel contract. You didn't make it clear. You as a residential owner.
All right. So
at 28 days, no, that wouldn't make any sense for anybody. I would suggest that for anyone.
But hold on.
Yeah.
So let me just paint the picture. First off, if I'm a hotel guy, if I'm a hotel owner, yes, I am doing the 28 days.
Of course, it makes sense.
In New York City, they're dying. Hotels are dying. So the quick 7 million, 7 million, I'm taking it.
And not only that, they don't abide by the same rules as a landlord does, right? You can't just post up in a hotel room and that's that. And you got to go to the courts and get me out. That's not how that works. You see what I'm saying?
And second question, the second thing is, in a life that we're talking about, residential. After the 28 days, if they don't leave, we have to evict them.
Yeah, I would never. That chance is no. There's no way in hell.
First and foremost, in a residential, I'm not doing this type of housing.
It's a whole fact.
So if it was a year, now that's a different situation. Now, if you ask me if it was a year, a guaranteed contract, I would take my chances.
I think I did, but you didn't hear me. It's okay.
Go ahead. Repeat it. I'm sorry, DT.
No.
Singing now.
We'll rewind this.
Well, I heard you. You just weren't clear about I'm wearing a hotel contract. You didn't say me. You said me as the owner. Listen, I didn't know. I didn't know you meant like residential.
It's okay, bye.
I was staying based on what I was reading.
That's fine.
On subject per usual, like I do. So the reality is, so to be clear, if I was a hotel owner, this contract I'm okay with. Residential, if this 28 days was changed to 1 year, I would take that shot. Because they don't know. It's not like they're leaving. There's more migrants coming in every day. Fuck they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like they need to place these people. So I would take my chance with what's going on. I would take my chance with a year. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality of it.
So DT, are you okay with this? With the migrants?
1,000%.
100%?
Yeah.
Why?
You're okay with the migrants and the housing issue?
No. There's two different questions. Are you okay with the migrant?
Real estate, sir.
No, because this is real estate, and you're okay with the same question you asked me. Are you okay with the migrants? And are you okay with the way they're handling it, or placing them?
The way that
you're saying, okay.
The way they're handling it, I'm not sure that I'm like 100% on board. Hold on a second.
Well, we're gonna get flagged for that. When you're saying handling, you're saying handling the housing.
Yeah,
crisis, migrants, right?
correct.
Just wanna speak clearly.
The whole issue of what we're going on right now. So one, are you okay with it? Are you okay with it? You said yeah, and I want you to explain yourself, and then on how they're handling everything.
So the way that the immigrants are being handled right now, I agree. You know, to a certain extent, I do agree. But then on another aspect, I understand the fight against it. As an immigrant, all you want to do is win. Like, you know, in my opinion, you know, you get here because I have personal experiences with people who have literally tied tires together, trees together, and went in the ocean and sat there for 14 days, 21 days. And they've seen people get eaten up by sharks and fall in the ocean and die. And then eventually get here. And when they get here, they cherish it and they fight for their citizenship, and they've gained it, and they've been amazing people. Like, I've experienced that. You know what I'm saying?
We have all. Go ahead.
And for them, I'm with that. Like, I want you to win that. I want whoever is that type of person, I'm pro that.
Agreed. That would be retarded if we're not all on the same page.
Pro that, right? The American dream type of scenario.
You're trying to make the American dream. Absolutely.
Yeah. If there's a person that comes here for the negative and all that other shit, you know, obviously there's no way to say he's good, she's bad, she's good, he's bad. There's no way, but
right, you're gonna get everything. But
America's it's a melting pot, right? Like Americans are not really from America.
Yeah, if you go down this road, it's different.
So I support whatever that looks like, but there has to be a system. There has to be structure.
There is a system. We're just not following the system, and that's the problem.
And on levels, though, we're not following it on how it should work.
It's
and we're
open borders right now, which is crazy. And
only open, you know,
so
certain circumstances, like, you know, like whatever. It is what it is. Like,
so Lance, give me yours. You agree?
Yeah. Look, I mean, obviously, you want people here.
Did I answer it? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you answered it. You answered
that.
You're okay with it.
You said there's both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, obviously, you know, it depends. You know, and I get that, and I feel you, right? There's two sides. You want people to come here and have the American dream, but you want people to do it the right way. Because how many people had to wait to get citizenship the right way, and then people just coming over the border doing what the hell they want? You know what I'm saying? And then what about the people that go, wait, I had to wait 2 years to become a citizen. I had to wait 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? I had to wait for mine. I had to do it the right way. You see what I'm saying? And the other side of that is the benefits, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of poor, you know, people that look like us right now that aren't getting the benefits that they need or getting the help that they need. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, now we're creating all these benefits for migrants that are undocumented, and we're not helping the people here that are documented. You see what I'm saying?
That's my thing.
Like
my homeless people that they tried it to work. They're
about the vets, the homeless vets.
All these they're trying to make it happen and they failed, and now they're homeless.
Yeah, I feel like this is a whole nother episode because
we can get over it.
Because this is what the migrant stuff leads on. It goes from the housing.
No. It's you're not wrong though. You're not wrong. Yeah. If there's a man, woman, or woman that served in our military that comes home, and I'm gonna give a migrant more aid or more opportunity, that is an injustice in the level.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
If you went to war or enrolled in our military, and I'm going to give somebody who just crosses the border more access to anything in life more than you, that's an injustice, like to the highest level.
And that's why protesters and all that stuff is happening
That's
as we
because
speak.
I don't care what color you are. It don't matter what you are. If you signed, that shit is crazy. But that's a whole nother, I think that's a whole nother.
I know it's a whole nother episode, guys. Listen, I know we gave you a lot today. I want to wrap it.
It was a handful today.
We gave you a lot, but that just shows how delicate this is, right? You have us, we focus a lot on real estate. We have a good time over here, and we want to speak about the migrants coming over and what the housing looks like, what it looks like in New York City. Why? Because New York City is some of our home bases, right? And the New York State, where we have a lot of properties, where DT is at, you got those two experiences, right? So we want to bring that together and give you guys what that looks like. But obviously, you see, it can carry over into other conversations here, and it's delicate. But the reality is, hopefully, we gave you enough, guys, on this subject. Hopefully, you get our insight and our ideas. Maybe it's not the same thoughts and ideas you guys have. Don't judge us. We don't judge you. Just rock with us, and make sure you guys check us out in the next episode, man. Make sure you guys follow us, check us out. Go to HGRG.club as well, HGRG_club on all social medias. We'll see you on the next one.
Salute.